totally out of control. Dogs are going absolutely nuts. They're not getting the care that they need at all.
A facility trusted to give cats and dogs the best care possible, accused of failing the animals.
I wake up in the night, I can't go back to sleep because these dogs are suffering and there's nothing we can do about it.
Tonight, insiders who watched it all happen describe what they call cruel and inhumane conditions and are asking Contact 7 to investigate.
Everybody knew that dog was not right. He had lost his mind in the kennel.
Now the facility's owner is answering Denver 7's question.
This is what they talk about when they say you're a humane society, but this is inhumane.
Chief investigative reporter Tony Kowalewski is breaking this story tonight.
And Tony, insiders are outraged. Tensions are running high.
In fact, Ann and Shannon, those employees, those insiders, those volunteers quit after witnessing what happened at the Humane Society of Fremont County.
When I worked there for that 7 months, I saw the most horrible things.
The sign out front reads Humane Society.
I saw dogs go crazy in their kennels.
Dogs were being warehoused.
But insiders tell a different story.
Kept for sometimes 2 years and being hurt in the process.
They say what goes on in this back kennel,
What's it like to do what you do?
Heartbreaking.
is anything but humane.
Just to see a dog kind of get worse in the kennel kind of breaks you.
We're failing these animals.
I'm in love with a lot of those animals. I cannot sit by anymore while they waste away in that shelter.
Show of hands, how many of you have lost confidence in the executive director? All 5 of you. All 5. Is that part of the reason you're here?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yep.
You're looking at a group of insiders, all worked or volunteered at the Humane Society of Fremont County. They spent months sending letters to the board.
I hope that this investigation brings to light what's been happening in the shelter. I feel like if people knew, if the community knew, if donors knew what was actually going on with the animals in there, they would demand change. They would demand that the people in power actually put the animal welfare first.
There's dogs that have been there so long that are deteriorating.
And you've watched it happen.
I wake up in the night, I can't go back to sleep because these dogs are suffering and there's nothing we can do about it.
One of the dogs they want people to know about is a dog named Toy Man, a dog with a bite history, a dog given to a couple with a young child.
Everybody knew that dog was not right. He had lost his mind in the kennels.
Within days, Toy Man bit again. This time, the bite required more than 40 stitches on the face of that young child.
It shouldn't have happened. We should have stopped that. It could have been stopped.
There are also serious questions about how the shelter handled this dog. His name, Cracker.
He goes nuts. He spins and spins in his kennel. He jumps up on the chain link, and he has no nails on the front of his paws because he rips them out. It's cruel. It's inhumane.
And cruel and inhumane is how they describe decisions made by the executive director, allowing employees to use outdated, expired euthanizing medication.
We only had expired euthanasia drugs. It was called Fatal Plus, and we had a big bottle and we had a little bottle, and we were told that we cannot use anything but that Fatal Plus.
Expired by a couple days?
It was expired by, I think, 3 or 4 years.
I would go home at night and just lose it. I mean, this job's hard enough without having to be made to use expired drugs to euthanize animals and watch them suffer and die.
Kelly Ramos served as the shelter's manager. She resigned just a few weeks ago.
I have no idea, honestly. I'm constantly told we have no money. I'm constantly told this is just what we have to do. And I have been told, what's the worst that can happen? It kills them.
Who said that?
The director.
His name?
Doug Ray.
Serious accusations that were all confirmed last month. State inspectors found more than a half dozen violations inside the Humane Society of Fremont County. Kennels not properly disinfected, dogs with bite histories allowed in public areas, and the state confirmed all 3 of the issues insiders shared with Contact 7, use of expired medications and failures in the handling of Cracker and Toy Man.
Do you think the executive director will sit in front of our cameras and answer questions?
Yes. I don't think he'll answer them honestly. But yeah, he'll answer your questions.
No kill is important to me.
And the shelter's executive director did agree to respond to all accusations.
No kill just means you never kill a single healthy or treatable animal. And that's a big deal for us.
And that's essentially the heart of this issue. Insiders saying the focus on the shelter's no-kill philosophy has created an inhumane and at times dangerous environment.
Fair to say this is an unfortunate situation.
It is. You know, I didn't see this coming on a life man.
In a 25-minute interview, Doug Ray took responsibility and accountability for everything addressed by his former team members: Cracker, Toyman, expired drugs, and the state violations.
It's my fault. It is 100. I said to my board, this is 100% my fault. I should have been all over this, and I wasn't.
This is what they talk about when they say you're a humane society, but this is inhumane.
You're 100% right. It's not okay that a dog was allowed to do that.
Inhumane.
I don't know if it's inhumane. It's just not okay.
Are you here to say you're sorry?
I am very sorry.
What's going on inside?
This just hurts. Just hurts. The whole thing just hurts. I should have never let this happen, and I did. So, but it's not going to happen again. I got my word on that. I learned a wicked big lesson here, for sure.
And we have an example of the changes made since learning about our report and the state's inspection. Take a look. Take a look at this video. That's Cracker's paws, no longer bleeding. They have him in a new concrete-free and chain-link fence-free kennel. Director Doug Ray says what happened before simply won't happen again. The insiders that we talked with have said their sole purpose is to improve the quality of care for the animals. I think their message has now been heard. And Shannon?
Tony, thank you.
Thank you.